idea is really just kind of to Bulb started as a K-12 digital portfolio platform. All right. And let me go ahead and share screen. And you all actually are among some of the very first people to see kind of what I'm going to present today, because we've been in K-12 showcasing essentially the stuff that kids do, right? Kids are doing amazing things all the time. There's projects and there's extracurriculars and there's essays and there's, there's their band stuff. And so Bulb really is the place that no matter where in K-12, right, where you're creating your stuff, be it in a Word doc or Google something or a Thing Link and all these cool ed tech apps, Bulb is the place to bring it all together and show off. So we are a showcasing, show off, we want you to look good kind of platform. All right. So this is the one that I usually start with when I'm doing my K-12 presentations. This is Darrell Walker, and all these tiles are either collections like folders or pages. So we can kind of go into his academics here, and you see he has collections for math and social studies and ELA, English and engineering, and we're still in collections here, but now we're about to see a Bulb page. So Bulb is a multimodal platform where you've got text, you've got graphics, you've got, it's really easy to format, handwritten pages, you've got videos, we have audio features, just about anything will embed on a Bulb page. And so the purpose of Bulb is to, no matter what kind of artifacts you have that you want to show off, they will all embed on a Bulb page very easily, very simply, very beautifully, so that really quickly you have something that you're ready to, it's a public facing, page that you can highlight what you're doing and how awesome you are. So this is what we show off in the K-12 space. But what happened is we noticed that teachers, we give free teacher accounts, started using Bulb not to, document their, where's this extracurriculars, like Darrell here, he's in track, right? So he's showing off all the cool stuff that he's doing in track. Here's his, events and his numbers and all the great stuff. That's all cool. Teachers saw it for themselves and said, ooh, I want a professional portfolio. So that kind of led us on a journey to, this is a science coordinator in Coppell, which is up here in the Metroplex. I'm in the Dallas area, to start professional portfolios. And so you see she has different things like resources she can roll out to teachers. Here's a Girls Who Code club, so different clubs. But she also has this, and this is really impressive. Jody actually does amazing stuff. She's a Apple Distinguished Educator. She's gone through National Geographic courses. She's presented a lot at different conferences. So she's actually a really impressive person. And that's all well and good, but if all your stuff's kind of living on a Google Drive, or it's on your hard drive, or it's maybe like an old school portfolio, it can't really be shared or shown off, right? And so we had a cohort in Dallas ISD, 10 teachers. They started documenting their professional things, their professional growth, all their stuff in Bulb, and out of the 10, 4 of them got promotions over the summer. And that was this last summer. So that kind of opened our eyes to like, oh, people are actually using this to advance their careers, right? And so that's sort of how honestly, goodness, I can't remember how it hooked up with Mia, but I presented this to her, and she thought, well, maybe our folks could use this too, be it the mentors in their professional world, or the participants also. So that's kind of why I'm here right now. And so I just want to show you briefly a little bit about what's possible, because we're not just the portfolio, right? Here's showing off all the cool stuff. Actually, Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, tweeted at Jody Deinhammer one time, if that happens, you put that in your portfolio and you share it and you show it off. So this is a lot of the stuff I'm going to show you is kind of educator stuff, because that's where we started, but we're just now launching a new thing called the digital resume. So here's your portfolio. You've got all this great stuff, whatever you want to document. It could be, we have teachers that do a lot of creative writing, and that's what they show off, a lot of lessons, and you can house all those in this multimodal platform. But if this is kind of the distillation, the curation of your professional skills, your professional life, the digital resume, that's the portfolio. The digital resume is the further curation of your portfolio. So we've got all these different sections in here. This is something we just launched. So it's all the good resume writing that you'd expect. It's all the text. But if you click over here on these arrows, you can pull in content from your portfolio. So, I'm a digital learning coach at Coppell ISD. Let me prove it to you. We like to say, prove it with a portfolio. I've got a lot of line items on my resume, but if you can prove yours out better than did the other candidate, they're going to, an employer will be much more likely to go with the person that has really impressive artifacts or soft skills. And I used to teach communications in a high school in Irving, Texas. There's this survey that's done every year of employers, and it's like, what do we need to be training as schools, as universities? What do we need to be instilling in the students more? And it's always soft skills, it's communication skills. And so in these digital resumes, this is a fantastic place for you to put a video with you after your image consultation. You're looking at you put a nice video of yourself, some pictures, some audio of you presenting, maybe, because that's really what can set you apart in the market is your soft skills. So the digital resume, we feel this is the only, and I'm not kidding when I say y'all are some of the first to see this outside of the education market. We've kind of tested this a little bit with the education market, but as far as getting it out there, it's very new. So we're really excited about what this can do. We're moving from education into the corporate space. And I believe it's like $3 a month to have the professional account. So it's not anything that's going to break the bank, but you can document all of your skills and experiences and all the cool stuff that you're doing.
It's $8 a month, $4 if you're a student.
Oh, is that what we put on the website?
Yeah, $8 a month for $8. Professionals.
Okay. Sorry, this is how new it is that my bosses are still trying to figure out the pricing. So that's what they launched with. Got it. So I don't want to keep us too long here, but I do want to show just a few examples. Thank you for that, Katie. Different ways that you can arrange your portfolio. We always encourage an about me section, and really, for this group, it's hyper focused on employment, right? So we want to have all the different things, about me. So just general information. You see, we've got our headline image, our images and information. This is an image carousel, and I'll briefly show you how to, oh, that's cool. Sorry, I'm a big nerd. You can't tell from my background, Star Wars. Such an image carousel. There's a Weebly and how that embeds different things. I really like this. If you're not familiar with the different personality assessments out there, this can be a huge thing. So Myers-Briggs, True Colors. I'm a big Enneagram person. And so if you are familiar with one of these, this can immediately tell you if you're trying to get a sales job, there are certain personality types that are going to be good for that. You don't want me coding for you. Okay. I'm not that kind of, don't give me a spreadsheet and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm people, right? So I love including not just about me stuff, but also personality assessments as well, so that employers can get a better sense of who you are, so you can stand out. Moving on, I did want to show this because this is a fantastic example of graphic design. You can see this is Luis Sanchez. And so he does a lot of great Illustrator and Photoshop stuff. And so when you're showcasing your work, I really would encourage you not just to include the end goal or the end product, I should say, but also the process, because showing your process of how you got to a certain project is really important. So you can see that this guy kind of went through the different steps and where we ended up at the final product there. So including process and reflection is always something we encourage also, because you could just put one picture on there and say, I drew this or I made this. But just to encourage process and reflection also. This is, again, you're going to kind of use your imagination here, but this is my boss's son, and he actually got a scholarship based off this portfolio. So these things really do work. We have kids getting scholarships all the time, people getting promotions. And also, well, I'll talk about that in a little bit, but you can see that this is kind of, it's his story, all the different components of baseball. So hitting and catching and throwing and just personality. The more you can sort of infuse your portfolio and then your resume with your personality, everything that makes you awesome, then that's what's going to help you stand out. So all the things, the cool stuff that you do. By the way, I have one thing from my K-12 experience that I held on to. I made 100 on one assignment. My mom happened to keep it. That's all I can show you from my K-12 experience. And everything from my college experience is on a floppy disk, right? That tells you, hold up. I can't really show any of that off. If you document your either education or professional growth in a portfolio, the time that you put into it will pay off in dividends, because these digital resumes we're getting great feedback from not just educators, but also kind of the wider markets. And we're excited to get into any markets. And so what we're going to offer you all, let me show you a couple of examples here. So this is a math coordinator, and who would think that math people have this, this beautiful ability to create things. She has a black and white theme here, right? So Mary's wonderful at color and that sort of thing. So you can really even have a theme of the design. Hey, look, she lives in Coppell, but that's Austin. I'll be darned. Did not plan that. Isn't that the Frost Tower? I think so.
Yeah, it looks
Yep.
like
That's it.
So even just design, I can tell Katie is like, hey, she's if with purple hair, it's like you want to project a certain image. Your portfolio should be a reflection of who you are as a person. So mine, I definitely have a Star Wars thing up front, and letting that flag fly. So Caitlin is just like, she's all about pink and blue. She's got her theme going on here, right? So experience, travel, adventure, favorites, all these things, you get to decide what you want to showcase in your portfolio. It should be a reflection of you. I liked Brian's, because he had, he has his PDF resume. This is in there also. So we still believe that this is what is currently being accepted in the workplace. But what I've done is put my bulb digital portfolio or digital resume link right here at the top. All right. So you still will likely need a portfolio, but the very first thing, I put my digital, resume link right there at the top, and I can watch how many people view it. It's pretty cool. But as far as work, what are we documenting? I liked, so he has things he's learned, design things, code things. Where was an unconventional clock? This was kind of fun. He's got a video of something that he created. Here's the concept, here's the code. You can, play with it. So it's really just showcasing, hey, I can do this. I'm a coder. Look at what I can do. Right. And it's fun. And so that's yet another thing. And I know I'm kind of flying through these, but I want to leave some time just for questions. As far as organizations that you're a part of, so you can have the, personal, professional portfolio, but also if and when you become a part of an amazing organization, we do have people using it for just kind of a standing set of resources. So this is a separate account that, like, I think 11 or 12 people have access to. And so these, again, we're in the education space mostly. This is just all the digital learning coaches in Coppell ISD. They put all their stuff here. So if you're an educator and you're like, you know what, I needed that thing. What was it? It was for Apple, for educators, how to use the control center. So they took all the things that they were creating and populated a bulb account with them. So it can function as an educator portfolio with the resume, but it also can be just a standing set of resources that you can share out within an organization. So I'm kind of getting close to the end here. I'll show you. This is my bulb, and it is quite messy. Not very pretty or organized, but I wanted to show you kind of how easy it is. One of our 3 pillars are, bulb is powerful. It embeds over 2,000 different file types. So even if you're doing some sort of weird like Prezi, most things, a tweet, a TikTok video, let me show that real quick. There's all sorts of things that will embed. And this is, again, mostly educational stuff, but thing links are great. Padlets, Google Slides, it's all operational right here on the page. So even things like Pinterest, if you have some Pinterest things, some tweets that you want to show off, we embed tweets. Even TikTok videos, if you have some cool stuff. So whatever you have, it will likely embed on a bulb page. If it doesn't, let us know. We want to code it in so that it will embed. So that's basically it. But here's what we're going to do is I'm going to send Amanda a link, and you all are, if you want to take advantage of this, we would like to, kind of give you a pilot year of bulbs, so you don't have to pay the $8 a month. If you're interested in building out your portfolio and resume, we would like to, give that to you and see what it can do for you in your, your pursuit of really the higher income employment. And
oh yeah.
I like
Sorry.
that. So yeah, basically bulbs is a place to show your awesomeness. Here's how to do it. All right. You hit create. Let me go back. No. Okay. 2 buttons. Very simple. You're going to get when you start your account, you will need to pick a widescreen image for your background here. Maybe put there's my headshot that I use for everything. That's not the constipated headshot. This is the new one. That's going to be on the recording now. Awesome. That was from pre-recording conversation. Okay, so you get 2 options: create a collection, that's like a folder, or a page. That's the multimodal page that you can actually embed stuff on. So I'm just going to show you how to create a page really quickly. We can title our page. So this is going to be, maybe we'll say this is an about me page. I want to add a cover image. It's really easy. So you can drag and drop from your computer. You can browse your device. You can add Google Photos, asset libraries, anything you've ever put into a bulb. We put it in our asset library, connects to your Google, your Microsoft. But this little magic thing right here, web search, connects you to a lot of beautiful images. So you can say, I'm really into the forest. You want to pick something that kind of is going to look good on a wide screen. Some of these are more vertically. Okay, that looks good. So let's say we're all about the forest. I love hiking, that sort of thing. So select the image that you like. We're going to drag it to where we like it. Hit save. Boom. Okay. Our page is titled. We have our background image. And here's really the meat and potatoes of creating a bulb page. It says it right there. Start typing or add media. Okay. So I can, kind of type some text. And now if I want to add media, here's the 2 words to remember. Ready? Hit return. So you hit return, and then we're going to see this little magic toolbar come up. Okay. We can do images, videos, files like a PDF or a Word doc, audio. You can record directly in. Let me just show you that really quickly. So you can pull audio files in, or you can record an audio file. Gives me a little 3, 2, 1. Thank you for visiting my About Me page. All right, so that's going to take a little bit to upload and process in the background. While that's doing that, I can continue adding more. I can actually caption that. And then I hit return, and I'm adding more content. So let me show you how to add an image. It's very easy. You just click image. Again, you can drag and drop. You can pull it in from other places. You can hit web search. And let's just say, big nerd. So let's pull in some Lego thing here. Oh, look, Star Wars and Legos. Give me a break. We're going to choose that. Perfect. So some of these are pretty big and take a little bit of time to upload. We can resize very easily. We can move it to the right, move it to the left. You can create an image carousel. You can delete it, a lot of different stuff. But again, we want to add more stuff. We hit return. With a video, it's largely the same, drag and drop, add from these places, but you have other things. If you have things on YouTube or on Vimeo, you can embed straight from there. And I usually have something pulled up, but I don't have my links pulled up for YouTube, but YouTube videos will embed also, as well as if you want to pull something in from your phone. And lastly, if you have something from your Google, that's where a URL would come in. So if you have anything like a TikTok or a tweet or Pinterest or Kahoot or Google Slides or Prezi, all these cool things out there, how do you get these into a bulb? You use the URL thing right here, and you would just copy and paste it in there. Oh, here we go. So here's a Google Doc. Yes, I'm me. I will allow it. And boom. Now we have something that people will be able to click through a slideshow. So if there's something that you create, down the road, or that you've created in the past, all the Google Suite embeds, all the Microsoft things embed. So just about anything. We tried to really not, go past anything that we could embed. So last step here is the share button. All right. So let's pretend that this is a beautiful web page and all this makes sense together, and it's all, captioned, and it's exactly the way I want it. To get it out there to the world, the best thing to do is go to the share menu, and you can decide, okay, who do I want to see this? You not being inside an organization, you'd only have really two options: is public. And that means if anybody ever visits my bulb profile page, they can see it. Right. So when you saw my Tatooine Star Wars picture, that was my profile page. All the stuff that you can see, that's public. Or you can do a create private share link. I feel like this is more useful, especially if you're trying to target different industries. It's like, okay, this is kind of my resume or my portfolio for this industry versus the things that I've created for this industry. You can create a private share link and share specific things out, even with specific companies. Sometimes I'll, in the past, I've rewritten my resume for one specific opportunity. You can do the same thing with your portfolio. I just want to show these things off to this group or these things off to this group. The private share link is the way to do that. So you just copy that, hit apply share settings, and then go to your email, text, however you're getting it to them, and just paste that link. So that is the quick and dirty on bulb digital portfolios and resume.